Now, ABC radio colleagues right across the country are partnering with local charities to help raise donations for Australians doing it very tough at the moment. In South Australia and Victoria, ABC Radio has teamed up with Foodbank. And check this out. The ABC radio team in SA set up hundreds of cans on the Adelaide Oval to raise awareness for their donation drive. How cool is that, Bridget?
That's wonderful. Look at that.
And in Victoria, ABC Radio Melbourne, host and my former News Breakfast partner in crime, Virginia Trioli, is down at Foodbank in Yarraville for us this morning. Virginia, good morning, just like old times.
Hello, there you are. So nice to see you. Hello, you.
Very good to see you as well.
I'm in high vis. Look, I'm standing for re-election. I'm wearing high vis. There must be an election coming. And Foodbank, look what they did. They put my initials on. Can you see it in bling?
Oh, exactly. Well, how cool are they? And they are cool in so many respects, Foodbank, aren't they?
They're completely cool. They've been around for more than 90 years. Foodbank is the pantry to all Victorian charities and indeed food banks in states around the country. We're partnering with them, ABC Radio Melbourne, this week and next week for ABC Gives, and that's our fundraising and charity initiative to try and give back. This is the place, and you can see here I'm standing here in the Yarraville depot of Foodbank. It's really enormous and just filled with volunteers that are packing boxes at the moment for families in need. But this is the place that became the pantry really to all of us during pandemic and lockdown. So many families were suddenly in need. Families and individuals who never needed food charity before, who were suddenly unemployed, had lost their jobs, visa holders who no longer had work anymore, international students. Really, Foodbank and a couple of other notable places besides were the only people, the only organisations that looked after international students who really had almost been abandoned and left to fend for themselves during lockdown and when businesses closed. So we're here today to try and help them bang the drum and to raise some money and raise some profile for Foodbank. So, Michael, I have a guest for you who's also in high vis, as you can see. This is Matt Tilley from Foodbank. Hi, Matt.
Hi, I've been up all night putting sequins on your vest.
Oh, my God, you did the sequining, did you? You are multi-skilled, mate. What's going on behind me?
Right, so these are emergency hampers that get packed largely for people who are still put into mandatory isolation. I know we're coming out of lockdown and all that stuff, but for a lot of people who don't have family and friends who can get them food and stuff, we partner with the Red Cross and we fill these with all the goodies you can see there and they get packed up and shipped out to people.
You actually do an astonishing array of things. So you provide food for other charities to then distribute food. You provide these food hampers for people who are in lockdown, as you say, in isolation. For families and individuals who didn't have any support in isolation, you got food to them. And you run an amazing breakfast club program as well.
Yes, that's to, I think, 1,018 primary, secondary schools right across Victoria, fresh fruit, really healthy foods, oats and stuff, so that they can concentrate rather than look out the window and flick stuff at the teacher.
Because so many kids go to school hungry, and I know you've expanded that program now to include lunches as well. So you've identified, in all the years that you've been doing this, a real need for food. I mean, a gap in our provision of healthy food to so many families.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know you just can't concentrate when you're hungry. And we were hearing stories of kids coming to school being told to chew on paper by their mum and dad if they were distracted and felt hungry. Really heartbreaking stuff. So it's a fantastic program. It's supported by the state government and it's growing. And in the pandemic, schools said, we'll still take it. And they made little rescue packs for families who were at home doing homeschooling, and they sent the food out in school buses and little shuttle runs with parents. It was great.
Last year, you distributed 10 million kilograms of food. Is that right, in the last calendar year?
Yeah, we're taking on Santa this year. Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know how long it'd take to shove that food down a chimney. I don't know.
Be one big sleep in the afternoon for sure. But it's a lot of food. It's a lot of food because there are a lot of people, you know, as you mentioned, there's just this new cohort of people they've donated to us. They've helped us out, and then they found themselves in the pandemic and in lockdowns and stuff. Businesses shut, restaurants that were being run with nothing to feed themselves within 2 weeks.
You must have had some incredible stories. I know you turned this depot, I think, into the contactless drive-through, where people could just drive through and pick up a box of food. People coming here for the very first time who never thought they'd ever have to ask for food.
Yeah, there was a lot of heartbreak. It was hard for the staff here. We sort of packed all this during the day, and there were people. There was one woman who broke down. She was a veteran from the Afghan war, and when that was all unfolding, she sort of PTSD raised its head again. She was alone, living in her car, and this was all she had. If we hadn't have been open, she wouldn't have been eating that night.
Amazing.
And when we heard that the cars were backed up to the Westgate Bridge and the police said to us, look, it's now dangerous, we're going to have to shut it down, we felt helpless. We actually thought, this is what we do and we can't even do that because circumstances conspired.
Yeah, incredible stories and an amazing service that you have provided for so many years now. Everyone behind me packing boxes. Then we need to hear a big food bank, don't we, guys? Food bank!
Oh, we rehearsed that all night.
And they still couldn't get it right. Amazing.
They're busy. They're concentrating.
And so that's what we here at ABC Radio Melbourne and indeed ABC radio stations around the country are supporting this week and next week. We're partnering with charities and it's our chance now to give back to all those organisations that helped us during incredibly hard times in the last 18 months, Michael.
Yep.
So if you go to abc.net.au/VicGives, you can donate to Foodbank.
Yes.
And I would heartily encourage you to do so. They may even give you a sequin jacket like I have. I mean, hey, it's worth it.
As long as I don't see it on eBay in a month.
Yes, I'm very jealous. That's such a great initiative, Virginia. Hey, just for old time's sake, would you mind sticking around there and reading our 8 o'clock news bulletin for us?
Of course I can. You know I can do. I've still got it memorised. I think from all those years, Michael.
Muscle memory.
Anytime you need me.
Good stuff. Hey, congratulations, Virginia. Great chatting.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Mwah.
Good to see you too. Now, the ABC Gives campaign, as Virginia mentioned, is running for the next 2 weeks. Each state has partnered with a different local charity. And if you want to find out more about your state, you can head to abc.net.au/gives.